guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little different. It's going to be a get ready with me using the new products from my latest haul, which I did yesterday. I'll go ahead and link it below just so that it's easy for you guys. I've seen a couple of other channels do this after like a sale where you do a haul, and I just thought it would be cool because on my nail polish review or my fall nail polish picks video, I did a really pretty purple look using one of these palettes that I did buy before the sale, the Master Palette by Mario, and a lot of you said you liked it and you wanted to see a tutorial, so that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, I'm gonna try to use all of, well, as many as I can of the new products from my haul. So yeah, let's get started. I first want to thank you guys for being so sweet on my last video. That's probably the reason why I just truly love you guys. I'm using the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. This is just something I had in my collection. Whoa, I put on too much. And actually, I think this is old. Actually, I think this is old. You know how when you put on a product and the taste is just off? Yeah, that's old. But it does do a little bit of priming. But yeah, I've seen people, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah. So in the haul video, I'm just gonna say I've had a pretty interesting 24 hours beyond the obvious that has happened in the country, some things in my personal life, and I've just been all over the place. So to hear you guys' sweet comments in that video, it really meant a lot to me. That's part of the reason why I just truly love you all, because when I'm feeling uncertain or unsure about something and just like blah, you guys are like, it's no big deal, like you're fine, we love the video anyway. So I just really want to say thank you to all of you. I'm using my Anastasia Dip Brow. Actually, before I do that, ooh, that First Aid Beauty thing was horrible. I'm gonna put the Stila Lush Lips Plumping Primer on. I'm gonna link all these products below. So yeah, I'm using my dip brow. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. It doesn't always come out how I want it to, but I'm not gonna stress over my eyebrows. I'm trying to have a stress-free day. And yeah. Now I'm putting on my Benefit, what this is called, 3D Browtones. And this just honestly helps to make my brows look less harsh and more natural, while also helping to set them. Even though I do use the dip brow, it's like a little added protection. Then I'm going to put on my Benefit Boiing, which is to clean up my brow area, because I don't get my brows done. I find that this step just really helps. Okie dokie, done with that. Now I'm going to actually use a corrector. I got this as a sample. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid. I got green and peach. I do know that peach, this color is more suited for lighter skin tones, but let's just try it out. Whoa, it's super light. Yeah. But I do have a lot of darkness around my mouth. This might work. Let's see. I think the best way to use a corrector is to pat it in. Let's add a tiny bit more just to see how it works. I did want to get the Smashbox corrector, but for some reason I was like, I mean, how often are you really gonna use a corrector? I think that correctors are good, but it's one of those things where I don't think it's necessary to do every day. That's just how I feel about contouring. Like, contouring is nice, but most people just don't need to do it every day. So this looks very ashy on me, but let's see how it works. Just gonna pat it in. Because the problem that I find with my face is because of all the dark spots on my face, I have to use a lot of foundation. But because my foundation is yellow toned, it turns gray sometimes over the dark spots. This is my Nars All Day Luminous in Tahoe. This is what I normally use. This is not new. Oh, looks like I should have gotten a new one in the sale. That's okay. I'm just gonna dot it all over my face. This is kind of like an updated foundation routine. Then I'm gonna take my Sephora full coverage brush and just buff this in. Making sure to really go over the areas that I put the corrector on. So I'm finding that because the corrector is so light, it doesn't really work for me. But if you're lighter than me, I think the Urban Decay Peach Corrector would work. The one I was looking at getting is actually the Smashbox Corrector Stick. And I think that one was in dark peach or orange. So like I said, I'm gonna be using the Master Palette by Mario. I really, really, really love this palette. At first glance, it looks kind of blah, but the tones in here are really, really pretty for fall. I like this one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but I think these are more something that the everyday person could use. I think the Modern Renaissance palette, since the tones are all like berry and mauve toned, it's not something that I could see like my mom wearing if she was into makeup at her age, but I could see her using something like this. There's really nice jewel tones, and yeah, I love it. So that's what I used on my eyes. So let's get started. I'm going to use my Smashbox eye primer as always. For my transitional shade, I'm going to use the color Isabel, which is right there. It's just like a skin tone tanned color. And I'm just going to sweep that in my crease area. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Now this is the stuff that I like doing to make sure that the colors blend easily together. And I'm just going to continue to build that intensity up until I have a nice amount of color payoff. I do tend to take it a little higher than my natural crease just because of my eye shape. And because I have a lot of like lid space this way and not like on my actual lid, I tend to take my transitional color up a little further. Now for the actual color on my lid, I'm going to use NYC, which looks more purple in person, but it's that color right there, and it is a shimmery color. That's another thing I really like about this palette, is that there's a good mix of matte and shimmer. The Modern Renaissance palette to me has way too many mattes, and I'm more of a shimmer girl. I love a shimmery eye. So yeah, I'm just gonna tap this all over my lid. Well, kind of like swipe. Tap and swipe. And brought it a little further if you can see. Okay, now I'm going to take my tapered, zoom you guys in more. I'm gonna take my tapered blending brush in the color Violetta, which is a matte mid-tone brown right there. And I'm gonna pop that in my crease. So that's just gonna deepen the crease and help to blend out that purple shade. And while I'm doing my eyeshadow look, I like to open my eye and actually look at the color that I applied, since when my eye is open, most of the color is lost with me. And that's just because of my eye shape. So those of you ladies who have gorgeous lid space, oh, you're lucky. A lot of my lid space is very tight, so I have to put my color up a little higher. Not a big deal, but it's just something that you have to be mindful of. And when I first started wearing makeup, I had no clue that that's what I had to do to get my eyeshadow to be more visible. So yeah, I'm just running this back and forth. And that's basically the basis for the eye look. But then I'm going to go back into Violetta and just deepen up kind of this outer corner by just wiggling my brush back and forth. That's one thing about me and my eyeshadow looks. They are simple because I don't really like to spend a lot of time doing eye makeup unless like it's a special occasion, but for the most part, I just like simple looks. Then I'm gonna go back into that first brush I used, which this is my favorite blending brush for like getting this top area of your lid or eye space diffused. This is the Sephora Pro Smoky Crease, and I'm gonna go back into Isabel and just make sure I've blended everything out. Next, I'm going to do concealer. This is my new Tarte Shape Tape, which I really like. I will say though that it does feel a little drying, so if you have dry skin, I might be hesitant about trying this. Also, you get a ton of coverage, so if you like more of a natural concealer, I would say go with like a Nars creamy concealer, because this is very high coverage. When I first started using it, I was like, it also has a huge applicator. Like, this is huge. Like, this is, I don't have anything to compare it with, but this is a huge applicator, and it also doesn't have a stopper, so I kind of have to like go like this. But I do like this concealer. You just really have to know how to work with it. And I'm putting on a lot. This is a lot. Let's hope that this blends out well. Then I'm gonna use my beauty blender and blend away. So that's what it looks blended out. So it can be done, but you know, if you're not used to this high of coverage, it takes a little while to get used to. When I first started applying this concealer, because I got this one before the Sephora sale, I had to apply a little bit at a time, blend it out, and then a little more to get the coverage I wanted. But now I pretty much, I know how to do it to where it doesn't look so crazy. Another tip I have, when you get to this outer area, just keep pushing it and blending it until like you get to your hairline, because I don't know if it's just me, but I really hate when I can see people's concealer and it just like stops there. So I like to take it all the way out. Okay, and then after that, I use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. That's how much I have on my brush. And I'm gonna close my eye and just sweep the product around. I don't bake with this. One, because I feel like baking just makes your under eye area appear very dry. So I would only really do it for like a photo shoot or something like that. Like if you're taking pictures. But for every day, I just use this to set it and I just swipe it back and forth. I don't necessarily bake. I just think baking is like, I don't know, it's something that's not necessary for me. But if you like baking, by all means, do your thing, girl. Bake away. It's just too much for me. I'm going to do some cat eyes. I thought I didn't have one liner, but clearly I did. I'm going to be putting on my new House of Lashes Holiday Gem Set. This was featured in the haul. So excited. So these are the House of Lashes Seductress, and they look like this. I'm actually going to use the House of Lashes glue as well. I've never actually had like a pair of expensive lashes. My lashes are usually from Ardell because that just works with my budget. So let's see how this works. I'm just gonna, oh good, the glue is brush on. I will also post my lashes video down below. Okay guys, I had to take a Chick-fil-A break. My brother came and bought me Chick-fil-A. So, okay, back to where I was. This is the, what's this called? The Seductress lash. It's kind of a lash that it's not going to make your eyes appear like this way. Like it's not gonna wing your look out. It's gonna make your eyes appear more open. But the one thing is that it does kind of cover up your eyeshadow look, which is fine because it's a pretty dark look anyway. I'm really, really pleasantly surprised. The glue as well, where's the little glue? This is really good as well, but I'm actually gonna use this for this tutorial purpose and then save them for traveling. But yeah, so if you haven't tried House of Lashes, they do have a collection with Sephora. I would say give them a try. I really like it. I used my Boscia Subaki balm this morning. This is my moisturizer that I use. And let me know if any of you guys have this, if this is what yours looks like. Now, the first time I bought this product was last year. And as you can see, it's like nude color. It's like, it has like a yellowish tint. But the first time I bought it, it was clear. So I don't know if this is old. I'm thinking they just changed the formula because it smells okay and the box said it doesn't expire until next year. But I just thought that was weird because usually when the color of a product changes, it means that it's old. So if any of you guys have tried the Saki Balm, please let me know. I'm just gonna put this other one on. These lashes are shorter in terms of length. So if you have small eyes, this won't be a problem for you. I know some other lashes that I've tried, they're really long and they can kind of sometimes like cut your inner eye area. So these are really great. I love these lashes. Yes. Okay. So let's get back to the eyeshadow look. I'm actually going to repeat part of this process on my lower lash area. So I'm going to use NYC and put that right under my lash line. And I've been doing this recently just to help finish the look. And it really does make a difference. I like it. Now I'm going to go in the Violetta brown color and do the same on the outer edge. Made my eyes water. Now I'm going to put mascara on my lower lashes. Whew. I'm using my Lancome Hypnose Star, which I looked for this on Sephora's website before the sale. I think they discontinued this, which is really sad because I like this mascara. Now I'm going to do bronzer. You guys know I'm a bronzaholic. I'm using my Guerlain Terracotta bronzer, which this packaging is just everything. With my MAC 169, I believe. I like to go across my nose. A lot of bronze on my cheek. I like a lot. I always hit my forehead. And then my jaw and chin. Okay, dokie. Now let's do blush. I'm going to use Nars Angelika, which is a pink sparkly color. I've really been liking this recently. Especially with a look like this because it's not as intense as purple, but also not muted like a color I would normally use. And for the lips, I'm using my new Smashbox lipstick in Chai. Super excited about this. I tried it on once in store. Oh yeah. It is a very hydrating lipstick. It's a nice nude. I feel like it's a little too caramelly, but I can live with that. But yeah, guys, let me zoom you out. So yeah, guys, this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys like it. Super recommend the Master Palette by Mario. I just think the tones in here are so gorgeous, and like I've shown you, you can get more than just a neutral look with it. So yeah, a basic overview of all the new products that I've gotten. I love them. Stay tuned to some individualized reviews. I think I'm just gonna do a review of all my new palettes all together in one. But yeah, so far I'm loving everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!